Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining Thai Japan Startup Pitch in 2022, hosted by Global Startup Hub Thailand, True Digital Park, and Fukuoka City Global Startup Center. My name is Shun from Fukuoka City Global Startup Center, today's MC. Here at our office, I am together with Mumu, who is Director of GSC, Akiko, and Yoshi. Before we start the meeting, I'd like to ask one thing. Please keep your microphone on mute and turn off your video during the event. Before sharing today's agenda, please check also the chat box. We will post the link of the feedback form of today's event, so please fill it in before you leave. Feel free to also use the chat box to ask any questions during the event. The only thing we ask is please put the word question at the beginning of your inquiry in the message and before sharing it. Also, in this chat box, it could be used for networking. So if you want to PR your project to all the participants, please put PR on top of your message. If you are interested in certain PR messages, please communicate directly to the party you are interested in. Now, if you also need to contact directly Global Startup Hub Thailand or True Digital Park, Emmy is already sending the contact person's email in the chat box. Let me start with sharing today's rundown briefly. As you can see, we have the introduction of GSC to begin with. This is followed by the introduction of Global Startup Hub, accessibility to Thailand, starting business in Fukuoka, and then we'll followed by the introduction of our commentators. This is then followed by the pitch sessions of T-Box and Tokenizer Banks, whom all are from Thailand, and Charal and Genki together from our side. At the end, last but not least, we'll have our closing remarks. Firstly, we'd like to explain general information of Fukuoka City Global Startup Center and Global Startup Hub Thailand and True Digital Park. After that, Mr. P. Rachai will have knowledge sharing session about accessibility to Thailand, and Jin will share her experience of starting business in Fukuoka. After that, as mentioned before, the startup pitch sessions will follow. Today, we'll have 4 innovative startups from Thailand and Fukuoka. Each startup will have 15 minutes for their session, 5 minutes to pitch, and the rest of the time will be a Q&A session. Audience members feel free to also ask questions in the chat box, and we could ask them to the startups if time allows. I'd like to start with the introduction of GSC. GSC stands for the Global Startup Center. We are the organization that is run by the Fukuoka City government, who supports foreign startups for their expansion with assistance of our ecosystem. We are not only the contact window, but we are also the executive team who are committed to helping projects of foreign entrepreneurs to move forward in Japan. One uniqueness out of all is that all our members are running companies in Japan, so we can give concrete and practical advice to foreign entrepreneurs. As you can see, our services are very wide range and are available at any stage of your startup. What I'd like to emphasize here mostly is the unique business matching service that we provide. We have strong connections with local startups, but also big companies. Moreover, we have a very strong relationship with the local government and public organizations, so we can arrange very specific business matchings and not just introducing to each other. This business matching service is available for any startups. That means even if you are in Israel or you are in Thailand, wherever we are, without having a company in Japan, we could support you. And we are more than happy to offer our networks to you to find your potential partner. Now, let me introduce a bit of the merits of Fukuoka City when you expand business here. First point is safety. Unlike many other big cities in Japan, like Tokyo and Osaka, Fukuoka is located in the Japan Sea. We have less earthquakes, which means that its location is safer than our other big brothers. That's why a lot of big companies have data centers in Fukuoka. Second point is location. Fukuoka has a geographic advantage that is also close distance with our neighboring countries like South Korea, Taiwan, and China. This means that you have access to them, but you can also fly there and also to Tokyo within 2 hours. So therefore, Fukuoka is the gateway to Asia. Thirdly is our startup ecosystem. Fukuoka is gradually known as the most popular startup city in Japan, since we have been building our unique startup ecosystem from 2014. We have many supports for startups, and you can find them once you visit our startup hub called Fukuoka Growth Next. It's where GSC is also located. Fukuoka City has a project that also supports implementations of POC in the city. The last point should be compactness. Compared to other big cities like Osaka and Tokyo, Fukuoka is smaller, but this is a big advantage to us. It's not only less crowded, we are also a very strong community, therefore being. Once again, to the community, it's easier to make networks. Another point should be the cheap living costs compared to other big cities. It's important for startups to save your living costs so that you can spend more time developing your business. Here you can see the radius and how compact our city is. Within 10 minutes, you can get to the airport from the city center, and you can also access the beach and mountains. What I'd like to also remark at this point is we are currently selected by the Japanese government as one of the candidate cities for competing to become Japan's next international financial center. The Japanese government is aware not only of our achievements in the startup field, but also the potential as a global financial city. Fukuoka City also has a wide global network. We have 15 partner institutions in 11 countries. Fukuoka City has signed MOUs to provide mutual support for startups in the regions. We also have an unofficial but self-cultivated network that we are able to also provide. The next topic is a startup visa. Fukuoka City has a startup visa program for foreign entrepreneurs. Now about 20 cities in Japan have a similar program, but Fukuoka City is the first and most active city to implement this system. Therefore, we have a lot of experiences and a lot of know-how. Briefly, let me introduce the startup visa. Generally speaking, when you live in Japan doing business, you need to have a business manager visa, and there are some requirements to get this visa. However, it is very difficult to fulfill the requirements from outside of Japan. The startup visa makes it possible to have a 6-month to 1-year temporary residency permit to settle down to prepare such conditions and to make sure whether or not that Fukuoka is the right place to start your business before you invest. Once Fukuoka City improves your business plan as an innovative business and confirm that you are capable and able to implement the plan to fulfill the requirement of the business manager visa within the period, you will get the visa. After the startup visa expires in 6 to 12 months, most of the entrepreneurs convert the visa to the business manager visa. Now, let me show you some startups that have obtained the startup visa in Fukuoka. Here is Steampunk Digital. This is a Canadian startup that uses 3D scan technology to offer experience of mixed reality. They have collaborated together with Fukuoka City Museum, which was especially innovative during the time of COVID. Smarty is a Chinese startup that developed smart chips with AI voice recognition. This enables IoT without Bluetooth nor Wi-Fi. This project was established by 2 entrepreneurs. Now to the most unique part of what GSC provides, business matching. This meaning, however, has a really wide meaning. DeskMe is a Finnish startup to develop desk reservation system for co-working spaces and offices. We have recently connected them with Q, a large real estate and co-working company. We supported their initial POC by setting the system at Q, and now it is currently installed and the POC is running. They are gaining local feedbacks and networks through this proof of concept. Silent is a startup from Estonia. We got to know with Silent in the Fukuoka's online event in 2020. They are a manufacturer of small booth offices with the best sound reduction technology. We connected them with a potential partner that is one of this company and one of the largest office furniture companies in Japan. Actually, this company also has similar products as Silent. However, Silent has demonstrated that they have a superior product, and the Japanese company has agreed to purchase samples and moreover showed interest to collaborate with Silent. They just signed their NDA for further collaboration. Now you can see Fukuoka is the place you can start easy, start fast. This is our motto, and this is how we proceed. If you are interested in business expansion in the Japanese market, we are very much happy to work with you. Now, let's welcome Emmy from Global Startup Hub. Emmy, you have the mic.
Yes, so I let me share my slide. So does do everyone see my screen, right?
Yes, I see it clearly. Thank you.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to say thank you to Fukuoka City first of inviting Global Startup Hub Global Startup Hub Thailand to have the very great event like this together. So you can call me Amy. I'm the project manager of Global Startup Hub in Bangkok area. So I would like to take this time to briefly introduce of Global Startup Hub Thailand. So Global Startup Hub, we was supported by the Startup Thailand under the Thailand National Innovation Agency, or as you know, NIA, which Startup Thailand is the Thai government supporting platform for startup and help to developing the startup ecosystem in Thailand. But to fully meet the needs of entrepreneurs, the multi-sector cooperation is required to effectively address their requirement. So this is the evidence from the SCIR, the Startup Thailand Universe. These are several parties involved in supporting startup, including the government, university, corporation, international partners, banks, incubation or acceleration program, and corporate partners. And after the COVID-19 situation, Thailand, we ready to move forward to attract the investor and startups from other countries again. So Thailand is a remarkable nation in many aspects, including the ease of starting business and the low cost of living. So office space in the prime location in Bangkok is inexpensive compared to another major city. And moreover, Thailand's economy is the second largest in ASEAN and located at the center of ASEAN. And Thailand is also an agricultural rich country among the top 3 ASEAN exporters and one of the world's largest food product exporters and agricultural product. We have some of the largest leading food companies in the region, such as Thai Base, Thai Union, and Midpon Group, and many more. And according to the Global Innovation Index ranking for 2021 and 2020, the private sector in Thailand is ranked #1 for investment in research and development for 2 years. And in addition, the government provide ongoing support for the startup ecosystem. And NIA, we also ready to assist the entrepreneurs and startups from all over the world by establishing the community called Global Startup Hub. So Global Startup Hub, we assist and promote both Thai and international startups in establishing and expanding their operations in Thailand. In addition to encouraging the Thai startup to expand the market overseas through the collaboration between the local and private sector. And currently we work on project in 5 key areas, which is the first one, the Angel Investor Hub. It was found on the idea that most investors in Thailand prefer to invest in Series A and above, but are still lacking in the early stage. So to assist startup in obtaining capital funds and building the network of new investors, we run the Angel Investor Hub to strengthen the angel investor network, develop the investment skill, and connect angel investor with the startups in Thailand. And since the COVID-19 situation, we have create the Startup Thailand Marketplace project to raise the brand awareness and encourage access to startup product and service. And we support for both B2B and B2C. So we promote them through our Startup Thailand platform on Facebook and YouTube. And for now, we have more than 200 startup companies joining this program. And we also have the consultation service and event networking that I will mention after. And as I already mentioned that we run project in 3 areas, which is Bangkok, Chiang Mai, and EEC. So we collaborate with the local agency, both public and private, to provide the access to the necessary resource for startup entrepreneurs. So of course, depending on the participation of local partners, each location will encourage startup in various industries. Start from Bangkok area, we work with the True Digital Park and many partners to develop the Bangkok Cybertech District. And we also have partnership with the YMID, the Medical Innovation District, which offer the tax incentive to person who start business in the area. And also we have the ARI Innovation District, which promote the innovation in AI, robotic, and immersive technologies. And in addition, we expand into the region, establishing the SMID or Suan Dok Medical Innovation District in Chiang Mai with the goals of raising awareness of medical technologies. And the new area is EEC, which focus on bridging the deep tech startup with the local industry. In particular, for the R&D process, the EEC has many facilities and data support in the areas. And for the NIA funding support, we have the funding support in all stages of business development, from prototype testing to commercialize and expansion. We have 2 main grants, which is a thematic support to give the maximum amount of not more than 5 million baht, and open innovation for both SME and startup with a capital of not more than 1.5 million baht. And also we have the social innovation program for innovation aims to addressing the society issue. But not just the NIA funding support, we also have the network of investor, VC, CVC, and funding program to support entrepreneurs of all stage from pre-seed to Series B. And in collaboration with the Board of Investment Thailand, we have developed a special visa called Smart Visa to attract the startup to setting up business in Thailand. And but for a global startup hub, we assist in endorse for specific for type S or startup entrepreneur, which divide into 3 categories: the 6 months, 1 year, and 2 years. So the startup who got the Smart Visa, they will have some privilege, such as to work without work permit, collect a maximum 4 years visa in Thai, no need to re-enter, or yes, something like this. And you can see more details of Smart Visa in BOI website. And this is the example of networking event that we held this year. So as you can see, not only Thai startup, but also foreign startup can participate. And we have also have the showcase and demo. We have the event, big event in each area called Startup Day, which invite the startup to have the pitching competition and set up the booth for promote their business and service. And also we have the investment matching program that will groom startup by holding the workshops to develop their pitch deck and providing expert consultation sessions, as well as having a matching slot for startup to present their business model to our investor network. And for the consultation clinic, which will take everyone to individual sessions to consult with experts, we offer at no cost. And the topic for this year is legal, market access, market strategy, intellectual property, and meet with the angel investor or VC. And as I mentioned that we want to provide opportunities for startups to expand their market internationally. So we have collaborated with several global partners. Currently, we have more than 28 global partners around the world. So both public and private, with the plan to share the useful information, promote activities or project, and future collaborative activities. So this event with Fukuoka is one of our global partner collaboration this year. And every year, NIA, we host a large event called SITE, which will be supported by the Startup Thailand. So the event include a forum, the business matching, business consulting, pitch showcase, and many more activities. So this year was already held in June with the theme of reconnecting the world with metaverse. The event was ended successfully with more than 3,800 registrations. So I would like to invite everyone to keep up keeping up with the theme we will be using for next year, and I would like to invite everyone to join the site event. And aside from the event, we have an incubation and acceleration program supported by NIA that foreign startup can participate in. So now we have like two main programs. The first one is Space A for food tech startup in collaboration with the large leading food companies such as Thai Beef and Thai Union. And another one is the Ag Growth program to develop the potential of agricultural startup in collaboration with Kubota. And in order to not miss any upcoming global startup hub event or activities, I would like to everyone to subscribe our Facebook fan page, Global Startup Hub Thailand, or join our group line, the Keeping Up with Global Startup Hub, and many other ways to contact us in the channel below. And we also have the database that collect information about startup, investors, and supporters in both the public and private sector in order to create the large database platform called the Startup Thailand Ecosystem website, including public relations service and project that support startup and keep the startup ecosystem in Thailand up to date. And to become a part of the our community and receive support from many Startup Thailand programs, including the Startup Thailand Marketplace, the Consultation Clinic, and many others, please register on the startupthailand.org website to be our member. Yes, and this is my overall information from Global Startup Hub Thailand. So if you have any question, please leave in the comment in the chat box or direct the mail to me directly. Thank you.
Thank you, Emmy. Would you now kindly introduce True Digital Park?
Okay, yes. So let me introduce Mr. Chanon Patharatiranon, the International Relations Manager from True Digital Park, to give his presentation.
Yes, can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. So hello everyone. On behalf of True Digital Park, I would like to say a big thank you and a warm welcome to the Thai X Japan Startup Pitch. As a quick introduction, my name is Ken, and I am the International Relations Manager at True Digital Park. For those who are new to us, we are Southeast Asia's largest tech and startup hub located in Bangkok, and we provide many services offerings such as office spaces, event spaces, co-working spaces, and much more. We operate under the One Roof All Possibilities slogan. I think our main strength and our main advantage is that we have over 1,400 ecosystem players from startups, corporate investors, university and government associations, and our ecosystem is ever growing. This is our new West building that was just launched last month to provide even more state-of-the-art facilities and services to help push the startup and tech ecosystem in Thailand. We have a bigger event halls, co-working space, corporate office, startup offices, and retail all under one project. Our mission is to be an interconnected ecosystem for startup and tech entrepreneurs in the heart of Southeast Asia, in which our collaboration with Fukuoka City Global Startup Center and the National Innovation Agency, NIA, is one of the main highlights to fulfill our initiative through the TDBK's Global Startup Hub program. I would also want to highlight one of our main international programs called the International Startup Booster Program, in which we partner with both the Thailand's Board of Investment, BOI, and the NIA to help international startups enter the Thailand market. We also have a one-stop service for startups in Thailand or any startups who want any help to help them with any issues. And also our newly launched Startup Connect, which is a startup database to help the players to connect with each other. For further clarification, our International Booster Program is a one-year incubation program to give foreigners. We want to act like a gateway into Thailand. We help international startups and foreigners settle into the country. If you're interested in entering the Thai market, my contact is in the chat. I look forward to today's pitching session. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Shannon, for your excellent presentation. So now I would like to welcome Mr. Pirachai Asada Chatrikun, or the innovation specialist, to share his knowledge of Thailand accessibility. So I can absolutely guarantee that he will provide you with a richest of useful and interesting information. So please welcome Mr. Pirachai ka.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kun Amy. You can call me Mac, Mac Asda Chatrikun. So I'm work with the TCEP, Thailand Convention and Exhibition Bureaus, in terms of the innovations, incubations, and also we try to connect the startup and the technology firms to our industry. So today, I think Kun Mac can help me to open some videos that's quite useful for you guys a little bit, and I will present after that.
Thailand Startup View Economic Warrior. Thailand is one of the most attractive destinations for foreign investors and multinational corporations. Because of the business-friendly environment, Thailand is ranked as the 21st easiest place for doing business in the entire world by World Bank's 2020 ranking. From the bureaucratic procedures and the application process and cost involved, many Thai businesses have expanded into large multinational corporations. The Thai government sees the need to promote startups to be the forefront of creating new business opportunities to compete in the next era. Thai government promotional measures on new business started since the first use of the National Economic and Social Development Plan in 1961. Thai business has been seeing the consistency growth from the government's efforts to improve both the regulatory environment and business incentives, especially business infrastructures. However, over the past few decades, increased digitalization in the modern world by technological changes has influenced various business activities and leading to new products and services offerings, as well as new forms of company relationships with customers. The new emerged startup business become the rising star in the world economy. Thai government aim to position itself as a nation with science and innovation-driven economy, has established a national level policy to make Thailand as an open area for startup in Asia region. Thailand 4.0 policy, which is the policy to transform the industrial and export-oriented economy to a service and knowledge economy, including with the 20-year national strategy, which is the country development plan, aimed to achieve the vision of Thailand's stability, prosperity, and sustainability. Startup is viewed as the new energy is driving national economy. National Startup Committee, which composed of representatives from related organizations and agencies, was appointed by the government in 2016 to establish grand strategy for startup support and building of startup ecosystem in Thailand.
Thank you very much, Kumak. That's why Thailand is in startup and technologies is quite important for develop the country. So I would like to share you something in terms of my slide. As I told you, I'm from TCEP, Thailand Convention and Exhibition Bureau, try to support the events from meeting, incentive, convention and exhibitions, and also the mega event, the festival as well. So from my role, we try to connect the startup and technology firms to enhance the industries with the innovation and technology. So that's why I'm here. And I think that from TCEP, we can be the connection of you guys to connect the business in Thailand as well, not just only NAA or DPA as you know before. Okay, from our roles, we try to connect the innovation thing to the innovation catalogs and in the websites. And this one can be the marketplace for you guys to connect all the business, which is in mines or in tourism industry. And also we try to connect you guys with the Technomart. That means the business matching platform, and also the big event in 31st of March every year. So this one we can connect you with the entrepreneurs and also Thai startup and the Thai tech firm as well. Not just only connect you guys with Technomart, but in other hands, we try to build the digital literacy of the entrepreneurs, the business, and also tech firm to understand what is going on, and also try to connect the entrepreneurs to know about the digital literacy and also the how to apply the technology with their business. And the last thing, this one we have funding schemes to support the tech firms and startup to build the MVP or the prototype with the industry first, make them see the values, and then they can be the customer in the future. So Thailand population right now, 70 million in January this year, and this one is not just 70 million, but Thailand is the heart of the Southeast Asia or Indochina. So these areas can connect you guys with the Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam. This is a good geography to open the market here and connect to the other countries in the regions as well. So the population total around 300 million in Indochina countries. And 80% of the Thai population use the internet. So this one is good opportunity to you guys to know very well about the digital literacy increase in Thailand pretty much. And your users or the new customer in the future could be understand and use the technology very well. This could be the opportunity to you to expand the market too. On the other hand, for the cell phones, the mobile phones, you can see the numbers like more than the populations. That means one people can have like 2 or 3 mobiles. This one can connect you with your innovation, your solutions, your technology as well. And this thing after COVID, we can see everything has changed, and some industries or some behaviors, they try to develop and adapt to another thing. So this thing, I think that you should concern about Thailand and also all the rest of the world as well. And we thought that you can think about the nearest future to develop your solutions and apply and localize them with the Thai peoples or the Southeast Asia peoples. This thing, the mega project that I think helps you guys to see the big project that the government side tried to develop the 3 provinces in Chachoengsao, Chonburi, and Rayong as the Eastern Economic Corridor. That's thing that could be the opportunity to you guys to exhibit your business or make the partnership with some technology firms in Thailand in that area. So this thing you can get so many benefits to connect the peoples and also start a business very well in that area. This you can see the universe of the Thai startup. That means not just only Japanese startup or Thai startup here, but you can see your friends in our ecosystem, and they try to connect you with the incubator, the corporate university, and government sites, such as the Global Innovation App that initiative from NAA today. From 4 years ago to now, you can see the 10 times of the number of startup increase in Thailand. So that means you can survive if you started here. So it's like the business growth pretty much, and you can develop your solutions and apply that to Thailand market. That's thing that can help you to connect with the other ecosystems like the co-working space, tech medias, educations, incubator like Turing Qs, or other the rest, and also the venture capitals. And the last thing that you can see, as Kun Amy mentioned, the smart visa that can help you to work very well in Thailand. You can apply in terms of talents, investor, executive, and also startup. So that thing can make you very easy. And also the cost of living in Thailand is quite cheap. It's good for growth, the number of startup, and also can help you guys to travel or stay very well in our countries. And the last thing, the one roof for all possibilities. I think Turia Park is the one choice of you guys to exhibit the business here as well. And also not just only Turia Park, but NAA have connections to connect you to other incubators, or also like the other business partner in ecosystem. So that's why I think that's good opportunity to you connect the global innovation hub today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your presentation, sir. We are now happy to welcome Jin. She'll share her experience in Fukuoka. Jin, the floor is yours.
Hi, hello. Can you guys hear me well?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Let me share your screen. Oops. You guys see my screen?
Yes, Ka.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Nice to meet you, everyone, and from both Thailand and Japan side. And my name is Jin, and I am from Thailand, and I moved to Fukuoka for around 2 months now. So today I would like to share my little experience about starting up the business here with my partner. So let's start about what are we doing here. So me and my partner are in the game industry for more than 10 years, and we are passionate about making a good game with a good story. So we are interested in Japan because Japan is one of the largest game market in the world, and not just about the game. We love Japanese advertising. Japanese advertising notably as one of the most creative ad markets compared to others. And they focus less on just selling their benefits, but focus more on connecting the bonding with the customer. So this is the example that I really like. This is the Japanese mascot, or Yurukara. On the right side, the Fukuoka Yurukara that I really like. So Japanese mascots not just there to just sell their places, but it can be in a lot of places and product and merchandise, and people don't feel too much that they are selling something. So with all of this potential, we want to build a game that have a good in-game advertising, because we see the problem of the existing in-game advertising nowadays, that it could be interrupt the players during the gameplay. And lately it have been more aggressive, that it can be annoying, like, you know, like sometimes it's just a clickbait, like this crack on the screen, or sometimes it has such a weird content that you don't want to see. So even most of the target player are free to play player, it doesn't mean that they want a bad experience about advertising. So what we want to build, we want to build something that more contextual and go well with the game style. You're not gonna feel weird if you watch the movie or anime and the character in there just drink a Pepsi from a Pepsi can, or if you play the game and the game was setting in the fair and the NPC there dressed in the McDonald's suit. So we want to integrating, not interrupting. And our product not just design the good game to serve the player. We want to be the platform for the player to be able to choose their target, put their art asset like logos or banner, and engage more customer and eyeballs in our games. So now we come to Japan, and to be honest, we never been to Fukuoka before. This is our first time. We researched a lot about Japan, and then we found Startup Center, and we start reading, and we read more, and we know that Startup Center is very easy to access in Fukuoka, and Fukuoka is also the fastest growing city and can be a future Silicon Valley of Japan, has a lot of technologies and very international investor and students want to start here. And with all of those things, it still have a very reasonable price. And once we came here, this is real because we pay our rent here cheaper than what we pay in Bangkok. And the city also very comfortable for living. People are very kind, and we see the map that can reach the beach, the park, and the mountain and forest. And at first we thought that we might need to take a train or we might need to have a car. But since we've been here, we walk a lot and we access everything. And the startup cafe is just in the town that we can walk from our place. So we start email startup cafe, and they help a lot with to prepare the paper, the document, and the visa and everything. It's not easy, but you have someone to help you on the way. So we send email back and forth with Akiko, and Akiko, thank you so much. This is the fastest email response ever. And like we sent email with her for more than 100 email, and the process take like 7-8 months, but it can be faster. I think for you guys, if you don't want to bring a cat, we take 8 months because we want to bring our 3 cats to Japan, and we need to restart all the vaccine or the health check for the cat. This is take so much effort, and eventually we get it. We can bring our 3 cats, and now they are here with us in our house. So yeah, now life in Fukuoka so far is very good. Like I say, people are very kind. Now we still have to go through a lot of process, like deal with the bank, finding our office for rent, but you don't have to deal with this alone because you can contact Startup Center anytime. And sometimes we contact and it's still very fast response, and we try to not contact them on the weekend or after 5-6 p.m., but they still respond. So we always tease them that do they have the day off or not. So yeah, and for someone who worry about the language barrier, you don't need to be worried at all, because I can tell you all the Japanese word that I know now, like tamako, niku, sushi, neko, like, but people here is like willing to help, and they are volunteer that gonna help you teaching language for just 1,000 yen per month. This is very cheap, like cheaper than a meal. So like I say, we walk a lot. So this is our house, and the startup center gonna be around here, so we be able to walk, or you guys can take train. But we reach all the park that we can reach and all the beach that we can go, and we track down how much we walk, and we walk more than 500 kilometers in less than 2 months. So with the too much adventure of us, we see a lot of cats. This is might be too personal, but this is the thing that I love the most in Fukuoka. If you see these ear clips, that means the cats are well taken care of. They have some volunteer to feed the street cat, and they are fluffy and healthy. So not just about the cat, we adventure a lot that we see a tanuki. And we thought it's a cat at first, but then we turn on the flashlight and is the Tanuki running to us. And since startup centers say that we can contact them with any problem, so we run to Akiko and Akiko, we find a Tanuki attack us. And Akiko say from all of her life, he never seen a wild Tanuki on the street before. So, but for us, it's just 2 months and we see a Tanuki. So we are looking forward to what are we gonna see more and what's gonna happen about starting a business here and live here. And again, thank you so much for all the help since the first until now. And for everybody that want to start, just start the first email. You don't have to worry because there's always someone to help. Yeah, thank you so much to letting me share the experience today. That's it from me. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Jin.
Thank
So
you.
now we are a bit early on our schedule, but let's move on to the pitching sessions. Let me introduce the commentators from Fukuoka side, Mumu, Yoshi, Akiko, and myself. Emmy, would you please introduce the commentators on your side?
Yes, absolutely. So we invite two Thailand experts to join the Fukuoka pitching sessions today. So the first one is Kun Juthamat Ngam Watana, Head of True Incubed, and Kun Pacharapong Pilan Owat, Senior Analyst of Open Space Ventures. So thank you both of them for taking the time to join with us today. And before we begin the pitching sessions, I would like to remind everyone that each startup will have 5 minutes to pitch and 10 minutes for Q&A. So Japanese startup will receive the questions from Thai commentators, while Thai startups will receive feedback from Fukuoka commentator. So are you ready to start the pitching sessions?
Emmy, let's do that.
Yes.
Please welcome T-Box from Thailand.
Awesome, great. Thanks everyone. Thanks everyone. Great pitches so far, a lot of great information. And thanks for this opportunity today. So let me share my screen 1 second. Okay, cool. Yeah, so thanks everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Vincent and I'll be presenting to you about our new platform Versa. Just a quick disclaimer. Sorry, I probably should have let Emmy know, given a heads up to her before. We're actually in the process of rebranding at T-Box. So in the slides going forward, you'll see references to this Versa logo and brand. All right, so what is Versa? At our core, we are essentially a digital asset capital markets platform that aims to provide innovating financing opportunities for issuer clients and unique investment opportunities for investor clients. We believe in a future where anything can be tokenized, from tangible assets like real estate to intangible assets like music, content, and IP. At Versa, our mission is to make these tokenized assets simple, easy, and accessible for everyone to invest in and benefit from. I'll get into more details about our platform in a bit, but first I'd like to give a quick shout out to our investors. So we've been fortunate here at Versa to get backing from a diverse group of strategic investors from Thailand, Korea, all the way to Indonesia and the US, all of whom share our vision and mission in the digital asset space. And we continue to look for strategic partners who can help us achieve our goals and grow our platform. Also, a quick shout out to the team. I'm blessed to work with a great team of super talented, driven folks who supported Versa along its journey. Because Versa has definitely come a long way since we started. So a brief overview on our journey. We founded the company all the way back in 2018, incorporated and based here in Thailand. Soon after, we got our first digital asset license from the SEC in Thailand, the portal license, which allows us to advise on and launch ICOs publicly to investors. After that, we were able to raise some funding, a seed round, pre-series A, and then most recently, we hit a big milestone with our second license, the exchange license from the government. And we're proud to say that we are the only company in Thailand that has both of these licenses, portal plus exchange, in one roof. So with these two licenses in hand, the next step for us, we do plan to launch publicly with our mobile app and our first ICO token offering sometime in Q1 2023. So what is it that we're launching exactly? As I've alluded to earlier, we plan to launch an end-to-end digital asset capital markets platform. So powered by our Versa app in the middle. We aim to provide through a portal fundraising services, ICO advisory and execution services to our issuer clients. And then we also aim to provide trading and investment services to our investor clients through our exchange. And with our 2 licenses, we're the only platform in Thailand that can deliver these services in a single end-to-end user experience. We aim to be a platform that bridges together issuers and investors. On the issuer side, we work with the full spectrum of companies, from public companies to SMEs, all the way down to single asset and project owners. And then on the investor side, our system is designed to work with investors of all types. So from individual retail and high net worth up to institutions. We strive to bring issuers and investors together, not only with our app and services, but also through innovative token use cases. So some of the use cases we plan to support on our platform are tokenization of real estate, tokenization of consumer products, lifestyle brands, tokenization of sports media, entertainment, IP, health and wellness, and much more. This list here is actually really not exhaustive at all of the kind of opportunities we're looking to explore or offer. And that's really what makes this platform and our mission so exciting for us. We see the possibilities of tokenization as endless, and at Versa, our plan is to create a platform that can provide and enable these benefits for everyone. So, we talked about, I hit on use cases a little bit. I want to get into one particular use case that I think can highlight the potential of Versa. And that's, tokenization of green carbon credit projects. So I'm sure many folks in here have seen the increased headlines lately regarding ESG, impact investing, green carbon credit projects. And what all of these projects need are developers and investors' capital. So how do these investors typically invest in these green projects, right? The usual way is through private placements, a very traditional offline fundraising method. There really isn't a sort of simple digital solution that can target a larger investor base for these types of green projects. But with Versa, we can start to change that dynamic. With our app, investors can browse various green projects and pick the ones to invest in. So their investments would come through our app. They would be sent on to the developers who can use the funds to develop projects. And then in return, developers will issue tokens minted by Versa's system and application. We use Hyperledger for those who are curious, and then these tokens will be sent to the end investors. From here, benefits could come to investors in the form of cash dividends and/or carbon credits. Cash dividends could come from, let's say, a renewables project, a solar farm that's generating income, and carbon credits could come from, say, an investment in a forest project, a mangrove project, etc. These benefits would be delivered directly to investors. So for investors looking for cash returns, these economics are there. And for investors who are looking for something else, maybe a little more, maybe carbon credits, offset their emissions or trade in the secondary markets, this is also possible. So with our platform, with these use cases, we can deliver on that earlier premise of innovative fundraising for issuers and unique investment opportunities for investors. And this premise is really important to us because it's really the philosophy behind Versa and what drives us. We've got a 5-point philosophy here that starts with evolution and kind of understanding that in just the last 5 to 10 years, technology has essentially redefined the way people think and view investing as a concept, right? Today, it's no longer just about investing cash into securities for cash returns. In today's world, people increasingly want to invest for utility, social, or environmental benefits in addition to cash returns. And this sort of evolved concept of investing has also opened the way for fundraisers and changed what's possible for them in that fundraisers can now look to monetize very specific and unique assets in their portfolios. So where we see this heading is sort of a convergence where lifestyles and investing activities are merging into one. and customers, investors in your tokens can be converted into customers and vice versa. And what we need to capture all of this is innovation as well as value. Of course, we need to be adding meaningful value to issuers and investors alike. So finally, at T-Box, Versa, apologies, and the impetus for the name, we wanted to be a versatile platform with flexible and tailor-made token solutions that can, meet the needs of investors and their involved investing needs, and also allow issuers to monetize the unique qualities of their assets. On the last slide here, I just wanted to give a quick sneak peek about our mobile app. Definitely keep an eye out for us. We have more updates coming, especially as we gear up for launch in Q1. Thanks everyone for listening. I think my time's almost up, but happy to answer any questions either in the Q&A or offline. Thanks again, everyone. Thank you.
Hi, Vincent. Thank you very much for your enlightening presentation.
Sure.
Quick question on my side. Saw you had a slide on token use cases, and you provided an example using renewable energy projects, or in essence, I guess, a bit of a real estate projects, right, where the capital requirements are quite high. What could you explain a bit, maybe on the side of consumer products or the other cases that I also saw within that group?
Yeah, sure. Happy to. So in addition to, as you mentioned, some of the more capital intensive projects we're looking to for token use cases on, there's a whole field of use cases in consumer products, lifestyle brands, etc. I can't say too much here, but we're currently working on several projects in the healthcare and wellness brands area, whereby investors can invest in a brand, can invest in a store, in stores, in a franchise with footprint across, let's say, Southeast Asia, can profit share in their business growth and expansion, but at the same time they can also access their products, their spas, their other health and wellness delivery centers at a discount or with special privileges and benefits. So I think it's that concept I mentioned earlier, where investors can invest in the sort of equity-like story of the company and the brand, but also kind of have a lifestyle spin or element on it, and enjoy some utility and privilege and rewards benefits for being an investor and holder in those tokens.
Hi, thank you for your excellent presentations. So
Sure.
hi, my question is about so I just double check. So you still are you still developing this product? So not launched yet, right?
Yeah, so everything's actually on the tech side. Everything's developed in the, not to get into too much detail. To launch this sort of product in Thailand, you do need licenses. There's regulations around this in Thailand. So that's what's kind of put us on maybe a little longer time frame here. But as I mentioned earlier, we've cleared sort of the last hurdle, the final hurdle, the exchange license, and in the next few months we plan to launch. So everything's kind of has been built and set up for a while, and it's just been a process to sort of test and get everything approved with the SEC before we can launch.
So as you mentioned, you need the licenses in Thailand, right? So do you have any other the POC or any project outside of Thailand?
Currently, no. I think it's taken all our focus here to get the product ready for launch in Thailand, and we've got our marketing campaign kicking off soon. But to answer your question, we do plan to. We are planning to look into expanding overseas in the future, which is why I signed up for this event. And thanks for having me, because I feel like if this kind of asset tokenization, lifestyle investment concept can work in Thailand, I feel it can definitely work in other countries in Southeast Asia, Vietnam, Indonesia, etc. And I'd also love to explore opportunities in Japan. So I don't currently have any staff or footprint in other countries, but it's something we're definitely looking to in the future.
Yeah, I want to ask a couple of very practical question. So then, so you just use the example of real estate, and for example, the investors, how much the investor will, invest to the project per project, what the size, how many, maybe 10 US dollar or the 100 US dollar, whatever.
Okay, sure. Yeah, it's how to answer. So it really depends on the underlying asset, right? But I could just say, the typical asset size, if it's a real estate token that we look at for our platform, is anywhere from, let's say in dollars, like $15 to $30 million. And for the ticket size, again, it depends. For retail, we kind of expect anywhere from a few $100s upwards to a few $1,000s. But the scope of our license also allows us to solicit high net worth and institutional investors. So depending on the investor class, we expect different investment amounts. But finally, the type of deal sizes we're looking at here, at least initially, I would say are in the $15 to $30 million range for real estate assets. I don't know if that answers your question. Sorry.
No.
That's what we're looking at.
And so in Thailand, so do you have a sort of collaboration with the bank to launch your product, or this is a totally independent?
No, definitely, there's a lot of incumbents, as everyone on this call is aware, in Thailand, in terms of investment banking, securities firms, underwriters. So I can't say who our partners are, but for our first, I would say several token projects in our pipeline, we definitely have partnerships with local securities firms, investment banks, underwriters to help with distribution.
Yeah, because what we're thinking that maybe sort of if we need sort of a partner in Japan, so that we might be able to introduce you. That's what I'm asking. So shall we introduce the sort of bank or the security houses? So can you give me some rough idea?
Yeah, that would be awesome if you could. I think it would be a very natural fit. I feel like because again we're sort of a capital markets platform at our core, and I think our incentives and initiatives usually align pretty well with most banks and securities firms. So yeah, I mean, if you have interested financial institutions in Japan, we'd love to talk to them and see how we could maybe distribute Thai asset tokens into Japan, or vice versa, bring Japanese investors to our platform to invest in Thai assets. I think there's a lot of potential there.
I understand. So because it's the time, so we would like to keep communicate with you for who will be the potential partner in the Japanese market. So we would like to keep communicate via email after this event.
Okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent. Now, let's move on to tokenizer banks. The floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, let me just try to share my screen. Okay. Okay, do you see my screen?
Yes, ka.
Okay, all right. Thanks, everyone. Manindra here. So I'll take you through our project. Essentially, what we're building is a Web 3.0 banking platform. So the key problem and the opportunity is that we are slowly going through a paradigm shift in the industry and the finance, where you have both the Web 3.0 assets and digital assets and fiat sort of coming into the mainstream at the same time and together. We just saw in the previous presentation where Vincent from Versa showed us about the digital assets and showed us about the real estate tokens. And at the same time, we have fiat. So what we are trying to build is an app that sort of combines both the worlds. So so that you don't have to do a couple of things. So right now you don't have to do app switching. So for now, people with tokens would have their tokens, let's say with Binance or BitCup, and for fiat you have your Wells Fargo or your KBank accounts. So we want to combine both into a single platform, so you don't have to switch the apps. You don't have, and for your day-to-day, so whether that's shopping for an individual or your treasury management for a business, you could have both the assets crypto, digital assets, and fiat in the same app. And then finally, like this, the portal to this new world of assets. So you have your your fiat assets, let's say the purely Web 3.0 assets, which is the cryptocurrencies, and then you have the newer assets. We saw in a previous presentation, let's say Web 2.5, which is the real world coming into the fiat world together. So I think we need a portal for all the three, and that's what we are building. So we call it a tokenizer banks, or a super app for fiat and digital assets together, where you can open your both fiat account and the crypto account in the same time. We have both off-ramp and on-ramp, and then you can send them across the world and swap it between each other with complete ease. This looks like a single product, but actually it's built up of 4 separate products. It includes the portal that is first visible to the user, but it also includes a decentralized wallet, which is self-custodial as well as keyless. So the problem with self-custodial wallet has been that key management is extremely difficult, and we've been able to solve that using MPC and other technology. I can talk about that more later. It also includes a decentralized identity. So this is extremely important for finance and other identity-related applications to be built in, and it includes its own chain, so that the fees of moving tokens and transactions around is good and can be done seamlessly. Yeah, so this also requires a partnership with not only Web 3.0, but also a lot of Web 2.0 partnership, because we are merging the two worlds. So we needed a partnership with a bank, and we're in a building partnership across several countries. The first one in the US with Evolve Bank is completed. So then that will be the fiat custody, and then we have in discussion both in Europe and UK. We have a partnership with Visa to issue the debit cards, through which anyone who has the crypto and the cash can easily move it between the fiat accounts and the crypto accounts and use it for shopping and others. For institutional who don't want to do a self-custody through our individual account, we have a system with corporate and Fireblocks to keep institutional security custody. A banking core partnership through which we do KYC, AML, and transaction for every transaction. So being digital and crypto doesn't mean we can get away from KYC. I think that is still a responsibility that all platforms like us have to go through. And then for liquidity, we bring up liquidity from several pools. The keys, the secret sauce here are 4 things. So one is the keyless self-custody, through which we are able to offer this at a global scale product. Otherwise, for the crypto custody, you'll have to go through either custodian in every single country, or you'd have to do a key-based system, both of which are cumbersome. And then identity. So with the key and wallet, we combine both the two together, and now we have an identity that can obviously be useful in this. But then we can obviously think of that this could have further use cases where this identity could be used inside other apps where you can log in. And that will bring in what everybody has been talking about, is embedded banking, is that you can log in with your decentralized identity into other app, and you can use your assets into those other apps as well. And it's fully decentralized, in compliance, and secured. Finally, the previous solution solved us for the individuals. When we combine that with a DAO-based system, then we have actually the first ever decentralized and compliant solution for corporate treasury and for businesses to keep treasury in crypto world without looking for a custodian. Because if you're going through a custodian, like the crypto custodian is going to charge a lot, and and the insurance, everything adds up a lot. And combining all of this, obviously the 4th piece is what I spoke about before, is embedded banking. Is that banking everywhere, whether you are opening up your shopping app, your coffee app, anything else, you take your portable ID and portable wallet everywhere, and you can use it across all different apps. And that would be sort of like the holy grail, the end goal that we are looking for. So where are we right now is that we have built our MVP. We are in alpha phase with our sponsor bank in Evolve in US, and we're talking to several banks in other countries. Next year, we beyond just fiat and crypto, we actually want to look at some add in other Web3 alternatives as well. 2024, we are going after our DAO-based system where institutions can work with us without using an institutional crypto custody. I think that will expand the world of institutional using crypto. And finally, I think the holy grail is sort of like banking everywhere and embedded banking for Web2 apps, obviously, as it happens right now. Let's say what Starbucks have recently shown, Web 3.0 applications in the DeFi applications, and also in metaverse. So you take your decentralized ID, decentralized password in our ecosystem, and it carries on to your metaverse, so we can use the assets over there as well. So we have a team that has built several products in the past, and then we have built this product through the MVP phase, and we are now in the phase of launching. It's a global team. It's born in the COVID era, which means that we're sort of virtual, but we work together really well. I'm right now in Bangkok in Thailand. I'm mobile. We have more people in Thailand and in US. So yeah, we constantly expanding, and we have a team of developers as well. So probably one of the best team of blockchain protocol developers in the market right now. Where we operate is sort of in the intersection of an investment platform, a digital asset platform, and a neobanking, and we intersect, but we also aim to work with the landscape. I don't want to call them competitors, but actually like ecosystem partners that we sort of work with, but that sort of gives you an idea of the space that we are operating in. The market size we're going after is the neobank, or a new age of banking. I don't think Web 2.0 banks will go away, but I think Web 2.0 banks, and we can collaborate, and we can use that backend for fiat custody, for regulation, or for compliance, and while we build a portal for Web3. So in summary, so we're building a quite ambitious product. I'm quite aware of that. So, but I think we have proven ourselves by that we have the MVP built already in alpha testing right now. We have the first sponsor bank setups already signed. So all the key milestones for the initial launch has already been completed. We do aim to launch it by end of this year. And as that alpha test goes okay, I'm quite confident of that. We have a global team, very talented, several blockchain protocol level developers that have worked in foundation of actually several blockchains in the past, including Ethereum, Solana, and Avalanche. And we have some milestones to achieve in the next few months, launching these platforms, get the first 100 key users. And also, in order for us to do this, there's a second piece of licensing that we also need to pick up in a few jurisdictions. Initially, we work only for transactions, and to move into investment, we want to pick up some broker-dealer onshore and offshore licensing as well. So that's like our next few years of goal. Very interested to work in Japan. Like we say, we are sort of like global from the get-go. Where we can collaborate is with Japanese bank to have the fiat custody with a Japanese bank. We can work with a Japanese security house who have the licensing for the investment products that we have, and obviously individuals I think we can give a very regulated and compliant wallet to individuals for holding their tokens and a fiat together in one single place. So yeah, and again, thanks very much for having us here and giving us this opportunity. That's Tokenizer for you, and yeah, happy to answer any questions.
Thank you for your presentation. So the previous the shared pitch deck that include the app page about the wallet, so how it works. So I was wondering why did you in this slide does not include the how it works pages.
Okay, actually, because
did you change some the?
The reason I changed because I saw the 5-minute thing I saw the presentation to be 5 minutes, and that's why I moved the slides around because of the because I
Okay,
thought
so
it will be
when will you launch this app?
So we are now in in the US, the sponsor bank is already ready to launch. So the US is the first market, and Thailand we are building
When?
right now.
When? So when will you launch?
Within this quarter, by end of the year. So and between November or December. So we are in alpha testing right now. So where every single function has to be reapproved, not just technical side, but the bank has to reapprove every function. So the agreement has been signed, but they are reapproving every single transaction, and we are beta testing every single transaction. So if that goes through, then end of the year.
And also, I have an additional questions about this page. So because once the user connect to the wallet to your app, and then maybe so user can create the profit. So you write down around the years. So how your app can make the profit?
So we make the profit primarily out of transaction fees, and not as we are moving the custody away, so we don't take custody fees. So the transaction fees includes, for example, you saw we have a debit card actually. So for debit card, we have interchange fees that's around 2.5%. For during the various conversions, we have a margin agreed with our various partners. So that is the other one. And then for all the various transactions where the crypto goes out of the wallet, so that includes a wire transfer, an ACH payments, or a crypto withdrawals. So we take all of the fees. Essentially, our goal is to make money out of transaction fees and to try not to take custody as much as possible, because with custody comes a lot of compliance. And for compliance, and so custody and compliance, we want to use the partners, banks, and or move the custody to the end users, and basically monetize margins in transaction fees and markup for the conversions.
And again, sorry, I just want to clarify the left, the bottom side. For example, I'm a user, okay? I had $100 put into the app, okay? And using this $100 to the $100 equivalent cryptocurrency, right?
When you put $100 into the app, you will have $100. So that is kept with a bank, and it's like your normal bank account. If you want to convert it into crypto, you can convert to crypto $50 or the full. What I'm trying to say is that now you need a separate bank account and a crypto account to manage your fiat in the bank and crypto separately. In our case, you can use us as a normal bank account as well as a crypto wallet.
Sorry, okay, I put $100. I never use this money, but I can earn the sort of the interest or profit because you mentioned earned yield. Am I right?
Yeah, so where you can get, so if you simply keep it there, it actually stays with our bank. So we will not, so you will not get a yield out of that itself. But if you convert to USDC or USDT, then you get, which is the USD stable coin. Then you can subscribe to our yield products. So they are very.
I got it. Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, there is also a notional interest account called savings account with our partners, where it gives you very low interest, around 1%.
Okay, I got it.
All right. Thank you, Manindra, for your presentation.
All right. Thanks very much.
Now, let's move on to the Japanese pitching session. Next presenter is Chiral from Fukuoka.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you and see the presentation.
Okay. Thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is Qin Wan. I come with the product named ChiraDB. Basically, it's a database software for chemical space. So let me maybe this is not a very familiar concept for you, so I will explain step by step. During the past several decades, we experienced an era of big data and artificial intelligence. So we have three pillars for this technology. We have data, and we also have a computation method. Sometimes we call it a model or an algorithm. And also we have computation infrastructure. This is basically hardware like servers and GPUs, etc. So when people try to apply this technology to chemistry or biology, so we have kind of several challenges to solve. In terms of data, right, for chemistry, the data is increasing in a large volume during the past several years. For example, you can see for an application like drug discovery, the available chemical compounds in the market is grows exponential. And the next one for to use big data or AI technology for chemistry and biology is the algorithm. Before AI or machine learning technology, we already have many classic methods for this domain. And right now, the researchers are developing new methods, and there are numerous scientific papers published each year in this domain. And the third term is that the third challenge is that we have to deal with the hardwares. We have many cloud service providers, and we have advanced hardware like GPU, or right now even people try to use quantum computing to solve this really hard and requires a lot of computation job. So the product I propose is ChiraDB. It's a database software for chemistry and biology, and it's open source. We have three principles to design or implement this product, so it will be capable to handle ultra-large data sets, and it will be also extensible to integrate other software packages. And also for the short term, it will be scalable, easy to be scalable, to be deployed on the modern computation hardwares. Basically, we want to provide an easy to use software tools for the chemists and for the pharmacist. So they need to spend less time on data on IT side, and they will focus their energy on their domain. Right now, people use other alternatives like a general purpose database to solve the current issue. So we make a comparison between these two, that compared to this general purpose database, ChiraDB integrates chemistry toolkits, and it will run faster for specific applications, and it will be easy to integrate the other softwares. The root cause, the difference of the root cause is that we try to make some software dedicated for chemistry and biology. So this is the technical side of ChiraDB. I think I will skip it fast. If you have questions, you can come back. We have three versions of ChiraDB. One is free, is open source, and it will run on one computer. And we also have a pro version which will provide better performances, and we charge the users with a license fee. And we also have a class version which will be easy to be deployed on servers. Right now, we already launched 2 demos similarity search in the substructure search for chemical compounds. This is available from our homepage. And the next step, we are going to make 2 dedicated applications demo for drug discovery. And the third, we are trying to work with AI machine learning support. That means a trained AI model can be very easy to be deployed on our software and into production. And since this is a very, for example, the application of drug discovery is a very complex topic, I believe there will be more and more demos to be made, and more and more applications can use this software for practice. That's all. Thank you very much. I'm happy to answer any question.
Hi, Shinwen. So Ken from Open Space here. Just 2 questions for me. So if my understanding is correct, this platform is targeting companies that does drug discovery, right? So just 2 questions for me. So which geographical market are you targeting? Because I understand that as of now, Southeast Asia or APAC as a whole itself has very limited biomed/drug discovery players. How do you see the revenue potential for this business? And second is, could you tell us maybe who are the current players or competitor in the market? And is this like a winner takes all market, or is this a market that's large enough for everyone to grow and enjoy?
Okay. Right now, we are focusing mainly on the Japanese market because there's a lot of work for marketing and the sales to do. This is a kind of B2B business, so we need to talk to the customer, we need to train them, we need to tell them how these things work. So it takes a lot of effort. And I think since the customer is fixed, we know all the pharmaceutical companies. So if it can grow well in Japan, I think it will be easy to apply to other countries, or in the US, in Europe, or even or in South Asia. For the competitive, for the question of competitors, there are several. I think right now there are several several companies who provide scientific software. They provide similar things. Yeah, that's it. If you need more information, we can continue the discussion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm from TT from TwinkQ. So thank you for the pitchings.
Thank you.
Just wondering that you said that your company focused in end-to-end solution for drug discovery, right? So you provide the software, and how about the hardware? So yeah. Actually, you focus more on software and SaaS in terms of AI, ML, and computing, quantum computing, right?
Yeah, actually, for the hardware part, we will cooperate with the cloud service providers. Right now, we have a discussion with the Japanese local cloud service providers, and if we demonstrate that the product works well in such kind of platform, I think we will start to discuss with Amazon AWS or Google Cloud or Microsoft. Also, it could be possible. And also for the hardware part, sometimes the pharmaceutical company, they have their own infrastructure for security reasons. So we try to make a software very easy to be managed, very easy to be deployed.
Thank you. As you mentioned that you have launched the demo, right, in Japan, and I would love to know how about the result. Have you arranged POC with some pharmaceutical in Japan or not? Yeah.
Uh, yes, we have started marketing activities recently, and frankly speaking, right now the features of this product is still in an early stage. That's why we try to make another two demo. These two demo will be very practical applications for drug discovery, and we also try to make AI support. This is right now everybody is talking. It's really we believe that it will be very how to say it, will be another good solution for the drug discovery.
Thank you. Okay, so as seen from the deck, you plan for monetization for subscription of your SaaS or software, right?
Pardon?
I mean, what is your monetization model? I mean, yeah.
Oh, okay, this one. Yeah, actually we have a open source and a free version. So the profit of the company, we try to charge the customer with license fee and also service fee for if the pharmaceutical company they need to basically they all need a customized solution because a general solution for them is always not enough.
Okay, thank you for the pitching, and I think Tu and CP Group very open for your company. After like you have maybe the beta prototype software that you have maybe you have the result after POC with some pharmaceutical in Japan or other countries. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
We would love to connect with you after the call as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Juan. Now, let's move on to the next presenter from the Fukuoka side. Edward, Genki together?
You're mute.
Yeah, the floor is yours, but yes.
Hello, could you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, let's share the PowerPoint with you first. Đã có page. Hả? Không ok còn được. Đây có. Sẽ thử xem ngược. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, could you see my PowerPoint here now?
Yes.
Okay.
We can see and hear you loudly.
Okay, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure and honor to present you our company, Genki Together, and our pet supplement product to you. My name is Edward, and I come from Hong Kong. We start the company in Fukuoka this July this year. I wonder how many of you have pets at home. According to my data on hand, about half of the household in Thailand has either dogs or cats. I used to have one when I was a boy. I do not have another pet since then because I never forget the sadness I had when the dog passed away with disease. Even now, I still feel the tears and the sadness when I saw the body. I always met my neighbor in Hong Kong with her little dog. Every time I saw the dog, I could tell they are going out for a walk or visiting a medical doctor, a vet. In either case, the dog keeps shaking his body helplessly. The neighbor told me that it takes her for over $500 per visit. And here you can see that we have a Japan as references for the monies or expenses for the pet caring. So I have no wonder about the data here regarding the feelings and medical expenses paid by a pet owner. Medical science keep advancing rapidly, and we see lots of progress in both medical treatments and drugs. We are grateful for it, but quality of life gets comparatively less attention. That's why and where our company and pet supplement targets fall. Our company motto is protect our kids with food. God bless us, providing lots of natural food, and that has medicinal effect itself. One of it is mycelia from mushroom. The product as supplement has been used for human beings over 50 years in Japan, and its clinical effectiveness has been proven. So here is the technology and the expertise at back of the mycelia. And we have to do that in practice. This is a clinical studies regarding the products with the product only and with chemotherapy together, as well as some other drugs. And we have the placebo at the 5th groups for treating some dogs with cancer. So as we treat pets as our kids today, we need more humanistic treatment, and so we develop series of products helping them with different problems, including immunology disorder, problem with joints. This one is for kidney, and this one is for the joints, and kidney and urinary tracts. So we have products at the moment in the market. The later two which I will show you here will be available. This one will be available next week. So here is one of the ingredients we use. We use seaweed in our products. So since the product is natural in nature and the supplement has been used for humans for years, they have used the pets, the supplement for their pets, and we receive lots of positive feedback from them. And you can see 2 feedback here for your reference. So we do not need any medications. We do not need drugs to help these dogs and pets. So instead of medicines, we could use natural products to relieve the pains of our kids. And there's a huge market for products in Thailand as well. Here is some information our company. So this is my self-introduction, and I come from Hong Kong. And this is our company philosophy as well as our motto to help our kids with food. So this is our motto, to protect our kids with food. So thank you very much, and I'll leave the time for you for the Q&A session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Edward. Do we have any questions?
Hi, Edward. Thank you for the presentation. Very great you start with the market. I believe a lot of people understand that potential is huge, and we're targeting a growing sector of pet humanization. But do we have like a breakdown of how much of the market is attainable and how much of that can translate into your potential revenue?
Yes, actually, you can see that. First of all, we can see that the market size, I will say that there's half of the households in Thailand have either cats or dogs, first of all. And actually, I can see they can treat nowadays. The reasons for owning a pet is just like a kid themselves, especially for the coronary diseases. These days, they treat them as companion. This is a worldwide experience, including the States or the France, the European countries, as well as from my hometown, which is Hong Kong. Now, we don't have the expenses in details from our market, I mean from Thailand, but we take the Japan as reference. And you can see that this is a breakdown expenses by the pet owners. And for injury or illness, number 6 and 7 is for the pet insurance and vaccines. Actually, Hong Kong is coming, chasing Japan's trend to have pet insurance. insurance companies is introducing, just like human beings, introducing some package for pets because the medical expenses is getting higher and higher nowadays. And we all know that pets, I mean dogs or cats, are very small in size, and many medicines could not be used to them because they do not have the capabilities to detox, what we say, for the medicines.
I see. So your product works for both cats and dogs?
No, actually, we can use for all pets, PET pets, but because dogs and cats are the most commonly adopted pets in the market, so we take the data from dogs and cats.
Okay, and currently, sorry, are there like similar product or current alternative that is readily available in the market, and how do we compare to them in terms of efficacy, and how do you plan to compete with the existing ones?
Yes, actually, there's a lot of similar products in the market because we use mushroom, and there are lots of different kinds of mushrooms. Just like we use the mushroom from this one, but there are also mushrooms like lacy in China, which they use a lot. So what we do is we do a lot of so-called the technical or medical clinical studies at back. So you can see that we have a lot of technology at back to support, but in practice, we use this to compare with other products in the market. And this is one of the studies by a Japanese scholar in Tokyo to using the product. And of course, we do not forget the case that what the people or the individuals who have already used the product and give us very positive feedback. And that's why we come to Japan and open up a new product line for the pets.
I see. Okay. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
From my understanding, your company got US patent, right?
Yes, we do. This is not from our company. It's our partner. Our partner has the technology for cultivating the product, the mushroom.
I see. Okay. So do you open for explore partnership in terms of maybe not finished good, or maybe the JV, or maybe relaunch the new product with other countries in Thailand or in international countries?
Yes,
right
that's why we are in Japan, because our partners, for some reasons, they do not want to go into the pet market. So we talk with them, and they allow us to do that and as a partnership. And that's why we have the rights, for example, to ship the so-called the materials only into other countries, including Thailand.
I see. So you mentioned that LEM technology can be applied for human being, right?
Yes.
So okay. So do you have any results or clinical results for LEM technology?
Well, we have too much to show you at the moment, but maybe I don't know. Let me try to show you the website that we have for the for the human. So this is in Chinese. I'm sorry, but you can see that. Let me see how I can show. Do you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So this is for cancer. Okay. So my cursor is on the cancer, and this is the clinical studies.
I see.
I try to translate it into English. This is clinical studies, and for example, this is colon cancer. Let me take any one from that. So for this one, for example, this is the colon cancer. It's in Chinese, but at the down here, you can see that this is a original clinical studies about the effectiveness of the ingredients in the mushroom, the roots of the mushroom, what we call the mycelia. It's called lanthanum.
I see. So, okay. So, interesting. Yeah, because for 2NCB Group, we would love to explore maybe supplementary for human being and maybe the pet. Yeah. So maybe after the pitching today, we can connect and keep in touch. Yeah, for explore partnership together.
Grateful, grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the pitchings.
Thanks.
No more question from my side. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Then if there's no further questions, then we'd like to wrap up today's program.